Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Charbone Hydrogen's channel, the only pure play green hydrogen stock on the forefront of massive expansion. Joining to discuss that exact expansion, we have the privilege of Daniel, the Chief Operation Officer, joining us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure to
It's a
get you on.
pleasure.
Yeah. So I want to dive right into this just because of some recent news. I want to talk about the moat that you guys have in comparable, why other people can't compete. But you just recently announced the first shipment of this green hydrogen storage equipment that's basically ready for delivery to your flagship Quebec project. Do you want to talk about what this means and the steps toward getting this into production?
Yeah, sure. Charbone has been in the mood for this since about 2 years now, and we did order all the basic components for the production and the storage of hydrogen many months ago. And those components were ready for shipment and waiting for the payment completion to be done. So now that we are in the middle of finalizing some of the financing and kicking off construction start to be able to produce this summer, we decided to take one of the components and bring it home here in Quebec. So we will be stored in a couple of miles away from our facility. Like I said, this is one of the four major basic components that we need to produce and store the hydrogen.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the insight there. Now, kind of on this path to production, which is coming relatively quick, do you want to discuss the moat? I think a lot of people have questions around the idea of kind of your hydrogen production, obviously being a lot cleaner, but is this kind of replicatable? What's the backing behind this if somebody else wanted to establish and start competing?
Yeah, I guess everyone can compete, that's fine, but it took about 4 years for Charbone to understand the market, and plan is 16 projects. But the modular approach for Charbone was clear to be able to de-risk the project by having a niche within the green hydrogen where we could supply a smaller amount of hydrogen at the beginning and growing with the market. I guess one of the problems that we've been encountering in North America is the interconnection capacity of the different utilities across the countries, and therefore trying to connect very large project is very difficult and very long in time. Well, the Charbone approach is quicker and will take only a couple of months. And I guess my main, I would say main red tape on my project is generally what is needed to permit the facility and not to construct it and operate it.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the insights. So do you want to talk about the significance of this new equipment and kind of the reducing the cost of delivery opposed to traditional gray, dirtier hydrogen?
Yeah, from day one, we did look at all the new transportation technology that existed 3, 4 years ago. And one of the things that came on top of it was the fact that everyone that was producing hydrogen for since 100 years, many years, all the major were transporting actually at very low pressure with class 1 trucks. So Charbone look at those class 3 and class 4 that would accept much higher pressure for transportation and therefore higher volume of hydrogen. So our capacity right now between the class 3 and class 1 is about 36% more hydrogen into our tube trailer to be transported.
Now, finally, I just kind of want to follow up by saying like we're kind of moving into a lot of different convergences of things moving with all these different parts. Do you want to discuss what we should be paying attention to here? Obviously, production is a key, but what's the next thing you're focused on? What should investors be paying attention to?
I guess right now the short term for Charbone and for the market will be to start producing 100% of green hydrogen with very low carbon intensity. And then within the next couple of years, I would say maybe 18, 24 months, will be the increasing in the mobility sector that will be requiring some hydrogen. But right now, Charbone is focusing on migrating industrial users of hydrogen from gray to green to decarbonize the industry.
Yeah, this is a fascinating conversation that I look forward to continuing. And if that's something that the viewer would like to see as well, consider subscribing. And as catalysts and news like this hit the wire, of course, we're going to bring it to you here. But on that note, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.